Hey, subscribers, Queens of Reality is back on the scene, and we are here to recap Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season. What season is this? Season 14, episodes 1 through 11. Okay, we're going to do all of those episodes because we kind of behind. So we're going to catch up and we're going to recap everything and everyone. So let's go. And don't forget to leave the comments, engage, hit that like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's go.
So this is a recap of everything. Let's start out by one Garcelle. Exactly. Total silence.
I know.
I
I'm
want
just
to support Garcelle because she's a Haitian native. She's African American, being thrown into this Caucasian mix, but I don't know about Garcelle. I don't think this is the right platform. She's not giving anything. She doesn't have a storyline but a beach house. I mean, I
and
watched
starting her friendship with Sutton.
I watched her lifestyle movies. I love her relationship with Son, but the show could really do without, and Garcelle and I wouldn't even miss her.
I just don't. I don't know. Garcella's disappointing me, and I still don't feel her from the whole situation with her son and Erica. I'm not over that. I don't even know how she's over that, and it just annoys me that she's so like has this kind of like vendetta against Dorit. I don't even know why, because Dorit didn't really do anything to her. I think she more so kind of did something to Dorit, calling her Karen, insinuating that her robbery was a fake and a setup. But even though I did too, but still, for you to say that and you're mad at Dorit. I just don't understand why she's not over a lot of things, and why are you still chummy with Erica and Kyle? And I don't know if that's a part of her like ass sucking tactic, because they are kind of like the show. They're like the head honchos, the HBICs of Beverly Hills is Kyle and Erica. So I'm guessing maybe that's why she's still okay with them, even though they treated her son, cursed him out. Kyle laughed at it with her husband and Dorit's, husband and Dorit. Like they all like had a good laugh at the expense of her son getting cursed out, and you're over that? Really? You're still chummy with Erica and Dorit and all of them, and you got this. No, you still chummy with Kyle and Erica, but you have this vendetta against Dorit, who did nothing to you, and you okay with Kyle and Erica, the one who cursed out your son? I'm not over that. And and Garcelle is just disappointing me because she keeps going after Dorit for no reason.
So I've lost respect for Garcelle. The situation with Dorit is because she feels Dorit is not aware and lives in a bubble. I get it. She also is holding on to when Dorit said you attacked me. As a black woman on a white show, you're talking about I attacked you. We don't want to hear you're aggressive, you're angry, and you're attacking us. So I think that's why. And Dorit comes off, and we'll talk about her relationship with Bowles, which is totally different. And Bowles is really like
Yes.
proactive.
Yes, she black.
But she black like this, and I like that. Like Funky be saying, she's really throws her blackness in their face, other than Garcelle. So we'll talk about Dorit and how I've shifted my opinion about her when it comes to blackness and women.
Yes.
I think with Garcelle at that moment, she felt she wasn't being heard, or her struggles as a black woman wasn't acknowledged from Dorit. I think Dorit did live in a bubble and didn't seem like she fully understood or gave the apology Garcelle felt she needed. And I too felt that way at one point. I think with Erica, once she was drunk, Erica was drunk, I think, at that point, wasn't she?
She was, but she wasn't drunk when she gave that lame apology afterwards. And Kyle wasn't drunk when they was laughing,
Well,
having a good old
situation, but Kyle runs the show. And I think with Erica, there was some friendship before then, and not that I'm justifying this.
no.
And I think maybe there was somewhat of more of an apology extended even to her son, that Garcelle was able to move forward. And also,
No.
I'm not saying I agree. I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. And I think that's what, and depending on how her son was affected by her kids, probably wasn't as affected as maybe where Garcelle was like, oh, my son. She made it seem, I think it was Jax or whatever was affected. These kids curse up a storm. All these kids nowadays curse. So she's saying with F whatever. She didn't call him the N or whatever. I think maybe her son got over it to where Garcelle's like, okay, and maybe she genuinely likes Erica compared to Dorit. Maybe she just doesn't like Dorit.
I'm still not going to be over that. I'm still not going to be over the fact that she like she cursed, and to me the apology was just so lame. Like it was just like, it was kind of like, yeah, I was drunk. I don't know, when they was all sitting down at whoever's house that was that day. I think it was Doris. I don't remember whose house that was, but it was kind of like, it wasn't like, to me it wasn't heartfelt. Like it was kind of like, and then Garcelle had to bring it up. It's not even like she calls her and brought. I just didn't. I'm not. Oh, I just can't understand how she got over that so quick. That should have carried on like how other stuff is carrying on. Like how she has this whole like grudge against Dorit and she's carrying on with it. I guess she wasn't heard. But to me, like just the group of them, Kyle laughing, all of that, like it's just, to me, it kept getting worse for me. And I just don't feel there was a heartfelt apology. She didn't go up to the son and apologize to him afterwards. I would have made her apologize to the son.
She offered to apologize to her son. And again, I don't know what happened off camera. We're going by what happened on camera. And I think what she said, get the F out of here.
Yeah, to me, she treated him like, and like how she says with the attack on, Dorit didn't hear her, like she's living in a bubble. To me, that was a part of that too with Erica. Like she would have never did that to no one else's child. She only did that, to me, my opinion is she only did that because he was a black child. Like, and she felt like, get the F out of here. She would have never did that to Kyle's kid. She would have never did that to nobody else's. She would have never did that to Dorit's kid. But you got drunk and then your inhibitions are lowered, and you feel like it's okay to be cursing out the little black peasants. So to me, it's like, why isn't she feeling some kind of way about that? But you feel a way about Dorit being a Karen. But you don't think Erica was being a Karen in her drunken state? And then you don't think Kyle was being a Karen when they all had a laugh at her son's expense? I would have never got over that.
Well, again, this is not my child. I'm playing devil's advocate because I would have handled it differently. Before that incident, Garcelle actually liked Erica. It seems like Garcelle and Dorit never really liked each other, from what I'm seeing. I think Erica was drunk, even though she, drunk speaks, like they said, sober mind.
Yeah.
Can't come for Kyle because, again, Garcelle, that is one of her probably major checks. She does lifetime in production, but again, she promotes a lot of her brand. Now she has, like, I guess, Sheets line or whatever through this, so she can't come for Kyle. Again, I don't know what happened off camera. If Erica's very heartfelt apology, I wouldn't linger on the feud, but I wouldn't be as close to and cool with her. I wouldn't linger on the feud because the show needs to go on, but I wouldn't be chummy and nice to Erica.
I just think that same energy she's giving to Dorit, it should be even more so like bad vibes with Kyle and Erica. And just like Dorit's going at it with Kyle, Garcelle should be going at it with Kyle too. I would have never got over that. Like how on the Real Housewives of Potomac and how Giselle said Mia is dead to her. That should have been the same way with Erica. I don't care if she's drunk. Even afterwards, they having a laugh and stuff. No one gave. I just felt like even with Kyle, like it was just like, oh, sorry, and it was moved on. It was like only one episode. That should have carried on, like how the text date is carrying on. I'm just so disappointed in Garcelle from that and how you just all like chummy with Kyle and I just think Dorit is not deserving. Like, fine, you think she's in a bubble, get over it. Like now she's friendly with Bowles. Like it's just a lot of things that Garcelle could just be like. I just think she needs to get over that. Like it's time.
Garcelle, and I'm happy they brought Bowles and we're gonna bring her because she is my overall in every franchise favorite. In every single franchise we've had in the discussions, I follow this woman. I really like her. I love Bowles. But we'll talk about more of why I love her. Garcelle gives me one of those people that Oh, she was married to a white person. Not that I'm taking that away from anyone who's married, but she seems like those type that are accepting of certain things. Being married
Yeah.
to someone who's white, having biracial children. You're not black. I mean, you're not white, but you fit in white spaces, and sometimes you forget you're not. I think she's
Mm-hmm.
one of those people that does not that she doesn't embrace her blackness, but she doesn't make it known.
Yeah.
Most come in there with the weave, the blackness, the all black masseuse. She brings in
Yeah.
that blackness.
She got the black
Garcelle,
people massaging them, or doing all that, like getting all in the
Garcelle is
crevices of
type
their
that
body.
sits in white spaces. And in those white spaces, when racial tension and things happen, Garcelle is not going to be that black person. I don't feel like it based on that to stand up for us fully. That's my point. If she's in a white space and she's the only black person, and remember she was the only black person on the scene, she don't want to ruffle the feathers. I don't want to come at this black angry woman. I don't want to be the one with the black issues, this and that. She does not come off as that type of person.
Yeah.
So with her son, she probably spoke to son. He's like, Mom, I'm over it. Okay, I need my check. There's no reason to be considered a black person. I'm the only black person there. Nobody has my back. What? It's easy to move on. But I'm telling you right now, if Bose was there when that happened, I don't think it would have went that well.
Yeah, it wouldn't have went well with me either. If I would have put the battery in Garcelle. I would have made it way worse. Because to me, it was really like, like subliminally worse. Like I feel like there was a lot of subliminal shade there.
Bose would have pushed pushed it for Garcelle to stand up for your child, and I think Bose would have stood up for Garcelle like she does for Reed. So without Garcelle being the only black person, she went into that little hole. Like, okay, let me just accept it, move on, and that was it. Even with the whole reunion, when people were sending hate mail, and she thought it was from that girl, that woman Diane, at one point. It was just, I'm very highly disappointed. Garcelle needs to go. There's no point at that time. The only reason I do want her to stay because I like her relationship with Son.
Yeah, I do too.
It's funny. It's quirky. It looks like they actually have a true friendship outside of the group. That's the only reason why I would want her to stay there. Other than that, Garcelle, you're my Haitian sister. Well, I don't know about sister because I wouldn't be acting like her. You're my Haitian counterpart.
Yeah.
So the next thing, the new lady, the quirky new lady, I think she was part of Chucky. She played I Googled her because I know who else she was. She was in the movie Chucky. She was Chucky's bride, the voice of Chucky's bride.
But she's married to the creator of Simpsons.
Still? Or she got a divorce and got all the money?
She got the money. Isn't he dead now or something?
I don't know, but I mean, she's there, but she just brings.
No, her money is long. Like I think her money is the most out of all of them housewives. She got a whole house just for parties, a house for this. Like and the stuff that she comes with is like over the top, like expensive.
Remember the boat Louis Vuitton bag she had? I've never seen.
Yes.
I wonder if she has more money than Kyle because Kyle's is ranked one of the most expensive.
She got more money than Kyle. She's a Simpsons.
Vanderpump. What about Vanderpump?
I think it could be along the same lines. I think maybe along the same as Vanderpump. I don't know.
It's still going on. I mean, I've known the system since I was who knows how long. I'm 40 something. The systems look like it's been all day all my life.
Yeah, that is money that's just gonna keep continuing. That is just generational wealth, like for so many generations.
And all the accessories, and the new kids are watching it. They don't show her enough. I think they need to show her more of her fabulousness. But she's so quirky and weird. I'm kind of curious because she had the Chucky doll. So I was like, what? So she made money for that. But her money is due to her husband.
All of them.
Work. This is not, I don't think she owns a business. So someone like that, to me, I don't respect as much as someone who actually worked for them when you married. Well.
And I think it's good, like Bose and somewhat Bose and Garcelle. To me, it's like they got it out the mud. I don't know about Kyle so much because I think that's through her husband too. But she did do acting gigs and stuff. But I don't think she would have the money that she had without Mauricio and without Mauricio working for the Hiltons and stuff like that. So I still think, but I think Garcelle and Bowles are the only ones to me that really came up like from like nothing.
Well, I won't say nothing, but it seems like Kyle also had her own thing going on before Mauricio.
Well, they say like you said, it's not nothing, but I feel like they're more self-made.
Well, Garcelle married, I don't think her husband didn't have money. We don't know what she got in her divorce.
I don't think she got anything. To me, I think all her money came from acting and like gigs and stuff.
Well, yeah, because you could tell the first season she was struggling. Bowles made a name for herself in the corporate world.
Yeah.
She seemed to have money. She made her name in the corporate world. Everybody else on that show seemed like their wealth is due to marrying wealthy men.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the respect level for me is not the same. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, oh, you got this money because you did something. Now son is doing something. You got something because you got the divorce and you got alimony.
Yeah, and of course, if I have money to play with, to mess around with, I'm gonna be opening businesses. I'll probably, like how we was talking about Potomac, they can't afford to start a clothing line and stuff. Please, if I had money like the Simpson lady, I would be starting clothing lines, starting this. Okay, this don't work. Okay, let me start this. Let me close this down. Let me claim bankruptcy. Like I'll be pleased.
I mean, to be honest, sorry, I have to say, if I had that type of money, I don't think I'll be. If she has long-term wealth, we don't know how much money. He probably didn't have a prenup before she married, because who knows how long they've been married. The sister came after. I don't even worry about opening business and all that stuff. If I had that type of money, my kids are set. What the hell am working?
True.
I'll be doing the reality TV on yachts, enjoying my best life. I would not be worried about a business. Why? How much is that business gonna really bring? No one really. Maybe she has businesses. Son wanted a name for herself. Yeah, she just wanted to be solidified and feel good about herself. But at her age, I don't know how old that woman, but she just looks like she's about late 50s, 60s. I would be starting no business. All that millions I got, I would be enjoying my life and finding a young man to enjoy my life with. I would not be thinking about any businesses.
True.
Business, no. That's
yeah.
The next person, we're gonna talk about.
Wait, but do you want her to come back next season? What you think about her? Because I heard that she might not. Like they kind of turned on her. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
For no reason. I don't remember when she's on the scene. She says one or two things.
I think she's kind of quirky. She do bring a lightness to the group. Like she's always like kind of like you said quirky, but she always tells like off the wall joke. To me, she's also intelligent. Like I can tell like by some of the things that she says. So I kind of do want her back for her just like, the laughter, the little snide remarks, the little funny shade that she gives. I like it.
That's mostly done in a confessional. To me.
Yeah, true.
We have already Sutton. We don't need any more quirkiness. We have Sutton to carry all that. We have Sutton with the wealth, not that wealthy. To me, she doesn't bring anything but, oh, look what I'm wearing. Look at my outfit. Oh,
yeah.
She doesn't bring anything. So, Sutton, what do you think about her this season so far?
Sutton just is like the same old Sutton, another quirky one. And to me, it's like, who is she going at it with now? Like she's
Dorit. It was one point Kyle, now it's Dorit.
I mean, I don't know. The last episode I watched with her, she's trying to get not be better with her mother. Like to me, it's like I do like Sutton. I do like what she brings to the show. Like you said, I like her and Garcelle's relationship, friendship. Her and Dorit, to me, I just feel like Sutton inserts herself in a lot of things that she really needs to mind a business about, especially when it comes to Kyle and their relationship, Kyle and Dorit's relationship. She needs to just stay out of it. Sometimes I feel like Sutton inserts herself in places like where it doesn't belong. Mind your business.
I like Sutton. At first, I think she's probably one of my favorites. And I like the fact that she doesn't buy down to anybody. Like she said, we're not going to be the minions for Kyle or buy down to Kyle Richards. She holds everyone to the fire. Yeah, you said she shouldn't insert herself in certain businesses. But if she doesn't, the show won't go on.
Yeah.
Throws up the spot. She tells Dorit like it is. She told Erica like last year. She says things that no one wants to say and scared of to say.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like Sutton. I like her a little bit more because I know her history now about her dad committing suicide. Her
Yeah.
mother's not terrible. I mean, it seems like she's
I
gotten better.
don't think her mother's terrible though.
Her mother's not a good mother. In
Yes,
my opinion.
no, her mother's
Okay, not
okay.
the best. Let me not say that. Not the best mother. Not the best.
No, I think her mother has like her ways due to like the trauma that she's been through. And then I just think a lot of times you got to give grace to especially people that's old like that. And then you kind of was raised by like a cold mother. Like I just think you got to kind of give grace to that situation. Like her husband literally killed himself while she was in the home.
She wasn't a good mother before then. I don't think she was a good mother. Son cannot say, "Oh, my mother's a good or great mother." I'm basing what I've seen on the show. From the mother, and this is just my opinion. She gave me old Southern racist prejudice.
Yeah, she definitely that was definitely a plantation slave house. That house just very much plantation like.
Correct. And I don't feel like she was very welcoming to Garcelle like she was to Kyle. Oh, you're so pretty. She didn't.
Yeah.
And Garcelle's like, well, she didn't say that to me. I think she just tolerated the Garcelle. And remember, we got to think Old South.
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely do think she got some racism embedded in her, but I still think that doesn't make her that's separate from being a mother.
I don't think she's a good mother. And I have to say, I commend Sutton for not letting that get to her because she has Garcelle as a black friend. And I don't think she would have, and I feel like she generally likes Garcelle. And I look at the blackness of it.
Mm-hmm.
I personally, hi, Jella. Hey, Queen, talking about, hey. So I personally do not like the mother. I felt old school, racist, prejudice, probably had slaves in the background.
But that has not, yeah, I believe that too, but that has nothing to do with her being a mother. Like, I just think she's kind of cold. Huh?
That's separate from her being a good mother. She was, to me, she's not a good mother. She was not. I don't know about now. She was not. If she was, Son would not have had all those issues she had with her. This was
I think her issue, I think the only issue that Son wants, which I think a lot of people have, is like her mother didn't give her enough like validation on like her successes that she got through her husband's money. But I just think like her mother probably didn't coddle her. She never told her she loved her. That does not mean that you're a bad mother.
To me, you're not a good mother. To me,
no.
As a mother, I mean, again, that's my opinion. As a mother who has 2 boys, if I, at the age of whatever, my kids still have issues, coming on national TV crying, oh, my mother did this, my mom wasn't this, my mom was just in my relation with my dad, my mom wasn't really supportive when I did this, you're not a good mom. I don't care what anyone says. You're not. You are subpar of a mother. You've lacked in certain places. She's very harsh. She was very harsh even then. When I felt Garcelle was trying to talk to her, I agree. That's none of your business. Get out of my face. Garcelle's place. I don't think she was a good mom. Someone says her mom didn't see a reason to tell Sutton she was proud of her or she loved her. That's a bad mother. Thank you. How do you not?
But that doesn't mean that. Okay, but I'm just saying, like, I think if your mom doesn't say "I love you," that this still doesn't mean that they're not they're not going to support. Like, if they don't say the words to you, I just think a lot of parents, especially people her age, they grow up and they are a product of like their mothers and the mothers and the grandmothers and all of that. And sometimes they are not told "I love you." Sometimes they don't know. Like, they're doing it from scratch, especially when you're in your 70s, 80s, 90s. Like, at that point, it's like. But what about the good that the mother does in raising her and dealing with when the father killed himself, and you still trekking along and trying to raise your children?
No. You know why she's not a good mother? Because when the father died, it seemed like Son had to deal with it on her own, and her mom didn't want to talk about it. Yeah, she had trauma. Mind you, this woman is a psychiatrist or psychologist.
Yeah, that part was crazy too.
Oh, she said, if your mother raised you feeling unloved, that's a bad mother. You felt unloved. You didn't feel validated. You never said you were proud of me. And I feel Sutton throughout her life told her mother these things.
Yeah.
Now say, Mom, I need you to do this. And Sutton is craving and there's a need of wanting a good relationship with your mother. Not only that, and I'm going by what Sutton said, You said that when you divorced your husband, she was more concerned about him than her. Oh, well, how
Yeah.
am I going to sustain my life? She was not a good mother. Point blank period. There's no
Yeah,
way.
that part too. Like that part, I just think a lot of things that was going on, her feeling unloved. I do think that's a part of like she should have been like taking steps toward being better. Not when you're 95 years old, about like 100 years old when you got one foot. Even though her mother looks okay, but she's like 90 something years old at this point. So
80
I
something,
do think it's kind of late in the game that she should have put an effort into a better relationship with her daughter. But I just feel like she did. I think in that episode, it did show some progress in the last episode.
progress, and again, it could have been progress due to TV. But your son is older, so is pushing 60. So you're telling me all her life you could not try to fix the issues, especially when her dad died. Like, I'm not saying I'm the best mom, but I know damn sure my kids ain't gonna say I was a bad mom. I know damn sure my kids aren't gonna say, "Oh, my mother never felt loved." Oh, my mom
Yeah.
never supported me. My mom never said I'm proud. They're not gonna say that. As mothers, your kids, as you get older as a mother and you have some sort of communication with your kids are going to tell you what they're lacking.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
doing wrong or need to improve as a parent. My son is 19 now. He'd be like, "Mom, you do too much." He tells me, "What do I do?" Because I love my kid and I want to be a good or great mom. I change.
That's true, but a lot of mothers, because of what they know from being, products of whatever that their mothers and stuff. Like I think it is a lot of times it's hard for them to be receptive, like and change their ways. But I do, like you said, I do think they should listen. But I know from other people and stuff like that where they had situations with their mom and my friends that moved in or stayed with me because of their situation. A lot of times mothers are not receptive at all.
They're not good mothers because the love, your ways, and the love you have once you have a kid, it has to change. It's no longer about self.
Yeah.
My kids say things that I'm like, "Oh well, I'm doing that." Yeah, and you know what? In order to help them grow to be the mother that I'm supposed to be or they want me to be, I change.
But you still got to go through. Yeah, but changes. A lot of people can't just change. That's why there's therapists out there. A lot of times you need therapists to get over that trauma that you suffered as a child because of your parents, because of your parents' parents. So I just think it's hard sometimes for people to change on their own without the help. But like you said, they should go seek the help. But a lot of times some parents, especially 90-year-olds like that, they're not receptive to change.
Exactly. And you're a therapist, but you're helping other people and probably other people with family issues. And
yeah, I would be turned off if I was one of her like patients.
And after I've heard about her, I'm thinking, man, that man probably committed suicide because of her. God forgive me for me to say this. He might have been like, I can't do hello. Because I didn't like the mother. I got a bad vibe from the mother. She was not receptive to anything. Towards the end, I don't know how her relationship is now with Sutton, but I know I'm not saying that if I was married to men who had mental issues, he would not have committed suicide. But Sutton also said, my mom knew my dad was going through mental issues, but continued to have this, that. In a way, Sutton somewhat blames her mother for her dad's passing. If you look at a confessional, it's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I said this. My mom knew my dad was having issues. My mom knew there was a gun in the house." If I know I have someone who's mental issues and who's suicidal, all guns are gone, because I don't know if you're going to kill me or yourself. There are certain things as a therapist or psychologist your husband is going through. You did not try to step in at any time. I don't care if I have to take him and get him institutionalized. I think the woman was just like, whatever. I'm not saying she wasn't traumatized when she walked in and shot himself, but at the same time, did she play a part of him going nuts? How do you have a gun and you know somebody's suicidal in the house? You could have killed.
I know, that's why I feel like that's another thing. Like they need to have like a better relationship where they can talk. Like she hasn't even talked to her mother about the day her father died. Like she knows nothing about the death or how it, like, what transpired around in that day before. Nothing. So she does need to, I think, broach the subject with her mom.
If you're going to trauma about your dad's passing, you don't think your kids are? You don't think
absolutely.
Therapy for both of us.
And like you said, what makes it worse is she is the therapist, psychiatrist, whatever she is in the mental health situation. You're supposed to be an expert at that. Like, come on, help me, help your kids. Like that is the part that is turning me off.
So it makes me understand why why Sutton is the way that she is. Why sometimes she lashes out in the anger.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong, son? So Jella said, what do y'all think about Sutton? Oh, she said something else before that, Jella. What? I missed that part about the mother talking about how she is gonna sustain her life after Sutton's. Yes, she did. And not after Sutton's husband passed away, he's alive. After the divorce. Her mother did say, well, what's going to happen to me? She was worried about the house and everything else. She did say that. Sutton said that her mother, when she got divorced, was more concerned about how Sutton is going to sustain her life more than Sutton getting a divorce.
Yes. She was scared.
She was scared. So, Sutton's the point. What do you think about Sutton wanting to go inside childhood with a camera? Because it's where, yeah, that was kind of deep. I was like, I don't know if
I'm just wondering, was it therapeutic for her? Like, I don't know if I would have done that either. And was she doing it just for the show? I don't know if I would want to see. And first of all, imagine being like, if somebody came into my house talking about somebody shot themselves in the damn den or wherever it was. Like, I just thought that was just weird. Like, I would not want somebody coming into my house where I live telling me about.
That was another thing. Not only about Sutton going there. Who the hell were those people, the owners of the house?
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't imagine somebody coming up in my house.
They didn't blur their face either. I don't know if these people even knew somebody died in the house.
Exactly.
All of a sudden, they showed the owners. They showed the neighborhood. I mean, production probably had a conversation with them and they said, okay, did they want the 2 minutes of fame? They must have paid them a whole lot of money. Look, we give you $2,000, $10,000 each or something. They must have paid them a whole lot of money to come in there and do that. And I would have been very weird. After that, I would have been weirded out. If somebody came in, this
me too. If I would notice, I wouldn't be able to sleep again after, like, restful sleeping after that. If I would know that somebody killed themselves in my home, like, I wouldn't even want to know that information. But then you would come here and then just ruin my, like, livelihood, like, of me, my quality of life in my home. I would be kind of like disappointed. And to see the show afterwards, where she might not have even told them the story, but they're going to see the show and get more details about, okay, the father killed himself right in the home, right in the kitchen or wherever it was. Like, that was just, yeah.
I think Sutton going back was closure for her. I'm okay for going back. And again, that's part of her storyline. She went back. But I just thought it was weird that and normally they blur faces out, that these people were like, oh yeah, come in. Unless they knew. Maybe they knew, but most of the realtors are not going to tell you, oh, by the way, in that house, somebody killed themselves.
Absolutely not. They probably didn't even know.
Girl, I believe in ghosts. I'd be like, that ghost is still lurking around.
I know, and that's why I would have been like, wait, that's why shit be falling and all kind of stuff. Anything that happens afterwards, I'm always going to think it was because of this spirit that's running around here.
Exactly. And it's not a happy spirit. It committed suicide. To me,
yeah,
suicide most likely you going to who knows where. So I'd be like, what? Like, can you imagine in your house in production, Bravo rings a bell. Oh, by the way, we want to pay you each $10,000 or $5,000 so we could film a scene because somebody in our cast had a family member that died over here. What?
And killed himself. Not just died, shot himself.
First of all, I'm suing my realtor. I don't care how long I lived there because nobody told me about this. I should know somebody killed it. I mean, maybe they don't disclose that information, but I don't know. I would not even want to film.
Yeah.
If you give me $10,000, I don't know. $10,000. I don't know how much they paid them, but I know they had to pay them. So Gela said, she said, I know she did. I think you have to be hella privileged to even ask someone to allow you in their house and they don't know you. I wouldn't have allowed her in. I would be in shock. First of all,
I would see what the money's. Yeah, I would be pissed about like finding out. But now that I know what you paying, what you gonna pay me? But because at that point you already know.
And they probably use that money to move out.
I know, a down payment, and it would have to be enough. Like, okay, you would have to give me enough to like put a down payment somewhere else after it's down south. Maybe the money is like, it's not like it's the tri-state area, New York or something. It's way down south. You could probably get a nice house with a good down payment that they give them. So I probably would not want to stay there. And then, like I said, I would be putting two and two together. Doors are shutting. Things are like, I'm hearing noises. Now this is the reason why. Oh, I'm up out of here.
I wouldn't go to the room and then she's like, oh, this is where my dad was sitting. I was like, okay, it can't be the same couch their dad was sitting, but it made it seem like this is the same furniture, right? Like how I was a little lost. How was the couch in this new house happen to be exactly where her dad was sitting? Do you realize that too? Oh, this is where my dad was sitting. And when I was leaving to my dance rehearsal, I pulled on his toe. And I'm like, they happened to have the couch the same place where your dad used to have a couch to sit there.
I didn't even realize that. Like it was like
did they use that couch as a prop? Like, oh, we're gonna rearrange your furniture. We're gonna put the couch.
I know, put the couch over here so that she can really reminisce.
Yeah, it was a pretty big house. I mean, not a house. It was a pretty big den or area. So I just thought it was very weird that she kept saying, this is the last time I saw my dad. He was sitting on this couch. And I'm looking, okay, her dad died maybe how many years ago? How's it area? But again, that's just me. So moving on to Sun. I don't think there's anything left about her. But yeah, that was the pivotal part of this whole season. Let's talk about Erica. Nothing of Erica. Just her refurnishing or freaking up our house. Nothing with that. The whole
thing. She's trying to be a peacemaker now. Like she went from being the villain to being the peacemaker. So, you know, and she's caught in between the Dorit and Kyle, you know, war. So she's like kind of.
I mean, I guess it's two friends. If I had two really good friends going at it, I would be the big peacemaker. But what I don't like about Erica, she is so up Kyle's behind that she does not hold accountable for anything.
Exactly. If I was Dorit, I'm sorry, I would have to, like, we're not on that part yet, but I mean, it does have a lot to do with Erica. But if I were Dorit, I would absolutely, like, I would be very disappointed in Erica, and I don't think our friendship was sustained, like, based on the issues that I have with Kyle. My friendship with Erica will not sustain because to me, she is taking more side. She's siding with Kyle more so, and Kyle is dead wrong. Dead wrong.
So my question is Kyle part of production? Is Kyle the one who decides who comes back? Because it seems like she's like the head be in charge. Like I don't want to say this to Kyle. Oh, I don't think Erica is that much of friends Kyle, but fearful of what the repercussions. Like, you remember when Karen Hilton came? They were all scared of her because she runs Beverly Hills because of her wealth, and she would X them out from certain social events. Sutton said it. Remember, Sutton passed out and almost passed out their reunion. What leverage do you have on the group?
I was just about to say what Gella just said right here. I was just about to make a point about that. She says, I think Erica started slithering up Kyle's butt when she was going through that scandal with her husband and ended up broke. Kyle probably foot some of her bills to get her through it. I believe that too. And I also believe like Kyle is the way Erica is kind of standing. She's like Team Kyle. That's how Kyle was with Erica. She was not holding Erica accountable for nothing. When she started, come on, she laughing when Erica done told Garcelle's son to get the F up out of here. Kyle's laughing, chilling with her husbands. She did not hold Erica accountable, said nothing, laughed about it. So to me, she's on Erica's side when Erica cursed out Garcelle's son. Not only that, when it was Lisa and Kyle was going 10 toes down for Erica. When Lisa was on the show, it was both Lisa and Kyle that was standing 10 toes down for Erica. They was not wavering at all. It was the only time I felt like Kyle wavered was that time they was in Aspen or somewhere. And then she kind of was like, she didn't feel like she could support Erica, but then Erica checked her and then she was back on like the bandwagon. So I just feel like they all, like, Kyle was going, like Gella said, like it was Dorit too, but I feel like it was more so Dorit was kind of staying quiet a lot of the time. I felt like Kyle kept sticking, like she kept interjecting herself, like she kept like interjecting, like every time somebody was trying to go at Erica or say something, it was like Kyle and Lisa was always the ones like having her back, even when she was wrong.
Well, let me say this to protect her. I have a best friend for years, and this is not just acquaintance or co-star, whatever. And she's a best friend. like sisters. I have a best friend now. Her name is Venicia. Love her to death. We're on a TV show. She's going through legal, a legal case. I would probably do the same thing behind the screen, checker, because that's just being a supportive friend. I may, depending on certain things, I may hold accountable, but other than I'm going 10 toes down with my friend. I would. I'm a loyal friend. I won't do it on camera and sell you out, but behind closed doors, I'm like, babe, girl, But at that point, I understood because of the friendship.
No, there was some scenes. I'm not gonna be laughing when nobody's son, the son gets cursed out.
That's too much.
I'm just saying she was just doing. I know, but Kyle was doing so much in support of Erica where it was just too ridiculous. Like I get that, but there's some things like you have to take a step back when it comes to your money, when it comes to your brand, when it comes to like just being in a spotlight on TV. I'm not gonna be going like she cursing out kids and you laughing with your husband. Like that was just a low point for Kyle,
Yeah.
and I just don't think. Yeah. She really like apologized or held herself accountable for that and for her husband. So to me, it was like a lot of stuff that she was doing in support of Erica was just ridiculous. Like I get it when you, like you said, I might do a little something for the cameras, but I'm not gonna be like doing all what Kyle and Lisa was doing. And like Gella said, and Dorit, like they was just being ridiculous with it, like interjecting themselves where they didn't even belong.
So Jill said, I would if my friend did and said what Erica did and said about those crash victims.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Kyle voiced her opinion too much. If that was my friend, I probably wouldn't say it as much.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't go that hard. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go semi-hard, but I still gotta look out for myself too. My kids, I want them to, be an example, like to be an example for my kids. I'm not gonna be going all hard, 10 toes down for somebody that's like when crack kids are involved, orphans.
Yeah, I would be like, Erica, maybe you shouldn't say that like that, but I would go for hard for my friends, but maybe silently.
And that's and that's why I think what's the name? Erica is going so harder for Kyle, even with the Dorit Kyle like beef. She's more so team Kyle. And I feel that's why, because like Gella said, because she probably helped out like with some of Erica's bills. Yeah. And I just think it was Kyle's unwavering support. Now Erica is repaying her, and at the expense of her friendship with Dorit. But if I was Dorit, I would not be. We're not gonna be friends. I can't be friends with somebody like that.
Kyle has the money to help her out of debt. I didn't think of it that way, but good point, Jella. Next, Bose. I gotta smile when I say her name. She came on the scene, and I'm not gonna like lie. When I first met her, I was like, oh my God, so much weave. So much like the typical.
Was that a weave or wig? To me, that's like a big wig.
Wig or weave. It was just too much. And when I started finding out and I did some research about her, I Googled her. I listened to some of her TED Talks. I love her. Out of all the franchises, she's my favorite. I follow her on Instagram, which I typically don't do. I think the only person I think I probably follow is Karen. I don't follow the other women because I'm not that interested. She got her citizenship in Africa. She's relationship with her relationship with her son, her backstory. I love her.
Wait, son, she got a daughter though, right?
She has a daughter. Her husband passed away, I think maybe from cancer.
I thought she had a son. You said she got a son?
She has a daughter, sorry.
Oh.
The thing is, being in the corporate world and being the African American female in the corporate world and moving up to where I am in management, I know it was a struggle for her.
Absolutely.
And for her to get to where she was head of, I think it was Netflix and
Coca-Cola, yeah. She was like, she's been through the trenches.
Badass. And she is. Yeah. And you cannot take anything away from her. Her confidence, you cannot take. And the fact that she's a dark skin and not to sound crazy, but with our features.
Yes.
Not the dark skin where you could say, she could mix. She is the dark skin with our African features, with the lips and the nose, the body, yada, yada.
Yes.
She is all African, all black, loving, embracing, and confident. She's not letting these skinny, mini white women intimidate her. She don't feel less than. She fashion like Dorit. I mean, some of her fashion sense I think is over the top. She is a fashion sense with Dorit because Dorit was the only one in America sometimes bring the fashion sense. These women cannot be around her.
Yeah, and she's not marching around like Black Power, Black Panther type stuff. Like it's just an air about her where you know she's in the building. Like you know she has arrived. Like, and it's not, she doesn't really have to say much, but it's like her persona just says it all. Like she's Black and she's proud.
Exactly. And she doesn't have to say Black Power, Black this, Black that. Her gear. You forget to watch a lot of things are Afrocentric.
Yes.
When you went to her house, unfortunately, she lost it with the storm, with the wildfire. Her house was all Afrocentric. The paintings, everything, and the thing that I loved, and I was like, oh my God, I love this woman, was when they had the masseuse in her house, and she had an all Black business.
Yeah.
I ain't see Garcelle do that. All Black, and some of them probably never been touched by a Black man.
Yes, I was thinking that. I was like, I wonder if they're gonna start acting funny that these Black men are touching them, or their husbands might come, because they don't like when a Black man, they got that Mandingo going on, so they get intimidated by these Black men touching their white women. So I was like, let's see how I was kind of like shocked. They was like spread eagle.
Yeah,
that's spread eagle.
Never had a Black man touch or even be to that extent. No shirt. She embraced the Black beauty of a Black man around.
Yes,
they were able.
She had Black cuisine. She had it all. Like I loved it.
Some of them never even seen a Black man with that little clothes on them, probably on the beach or something. So I just love the fact that she doesn't have to advocate being Black, but she exudes it.
Yes.
I mean, the thing that I found really ironic is she married a white man.
Yeah.
But not like Garcelle. She married a white man, and I knew she continued her Blackness and kept throwing that Blackness in his face.
Yes.
I'm Black, you're white, but don't get it twisted. I'm supporting my Black business. I'm supporting this, and you need to jump on board too. She was in her marriage, not Garcelle. That was passive and probably stirred more to the white side.
Yeah.
Garcelle, I feel like Bose. Look, I like eating whatever I need to eat. We going to a Black-owned restaurant. Let's go. We doing
yes.
Garcelle did not. I think she's also raising her daughter well to embrace her Blackness. I just love her. Honestly, I can't say. The only thing I can say, okay, maybe the wigs are a little bit too much hair. But other than that.
And what do you think about her boyfriend?
I think they're moving pretty fast. Again, I don't know him. He seems like a nice guy. But they haven't been dating. From what I could remember, it hasn't been that long.
Yeah, I think it's been less than a year, but I think she's kind of like speeding along because she wants to have a baby, and she's probably going to be like 40 soon, or if not 40.
She's over 40.
She is over 40?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, but I think so too. But to me, he seemed like he's not like, I don't know if I think he's into her based on like, I've seen her confessionals and her after show. So I think now like hearing some more about him and him picking her up when she went to go get her fibroids removed, she said that he picked her up. And not only did he pick her up, before he arrived, he circled to the hospital, make sure he knew the whole route to the hospital and knew what was like the landmarks so he could know how to get to the hospital without her even knowing. And then he went to go pick her up and then made sure. But I'm like, you don't use navigation, but okay. But that was cute. So I just thought like when she started bringing up the baby, like wanting a baby, he didn't seem like he was with it 100%. So I just felt like he wasn't, I don't know. I just don't think he is like into it as much as she's into it. It just seemed like he needs to like be a little bit more like proud not proud, but more like give her some more validation that he really wants to be with her 100%.
Well, she did say to Dorit and I think the last episode, Dorit and Erica, they never said I love you to each other. That to me is a red flag.
Wait, she's 47? Yeah,
she's older. She's not their 40.
Maybe she has frozen eggs.
Well, she had fibroids removed. I don't know what she has. But my question is, if you're in a relationship with somebody you love, you said you love to your kid, your son, you're able to see you love. I don't understand why it's so hard to say you love this man.
I ain't telling no man I love him first though. No way.
Well,
I'm gonna have to wait.
He didn't say to her. She didn't say to him. But y'all having a kid. I think it's too early on because again, in the beginning, everything is so nice and great, and he's on TV now, and everything about him. Does he have any children? I don't know. I just think it's too early to now push this. I want to have kids with this man. Now they could be spending every day with each other and they feel like, oh, I know him. I just think it's too early. I would not want to have kids with somebody I didn't know.
I wouldn't either, but I guess she just wants like the sperm donation, but he's probably like the added bonus is he probably is a good dude. So I just think like if you get, but like Gella said, like she already has a kid. So it's like, I don't know why she's so like hard pressed to have another one when you already have one. I can see if she didn't have no kids, then I would be like really steamrolling ahead with him. Because if he's a good dude, just give me the sperm and let's go. So I feel like she's acting like she don't even have any kids. Like, what are you such in a? To me, I get why she's in a rush because she really wants to have kids. And if she's 47, like she got to have some frozen eggs. But I just feel like 47, that's gonna be hard.
47. So this, and you had 5 words. So this is how I feel about it. Because number one, your daughter's all about going to college. You're 47. You're dying to have a man with this kid. To me, it's a way to keep him in. To me, it's a lock-in. At 47, you met this man. It hasn't been a year. You know if you have a kid with you, if he's a decent dad, he's going to be in your life for the duration of that.
But I think that's why she's picking him. I think he's being like, I always say to my cousin or like this guy I used to date back in the day. And I used to always be like, because they have kids with women that I know did not want to be with them. And I feel like they were picked. So I just feel like because they were good dudes, they knew like at the end of the day, even if we're not together, you're going to be a great father and a great, inspiration for my child. Like, so I just feel like she also is kind of like more into having a baby than being with him.
I don't even think about him even being a great dad. I think it's just you're going to be in my life in some way. Meaning,
I think she's more into having. I don't think she cares about like. I think because he's a good person. Like if you're gonna have a kid with somebody, you want to make sure like they're a good person, a good role model, they're intelligent, they're educated. So I think she's more into picking a sperm donor more so than picking a man for herself. Like he just happens to be a good dude. Like, but he's a great sperm donor.
But at this age, let's be realistic. 47. By the time your kid is 10, you're 57. You are the grandmother age of this child.
No, I wouldn't. No, I'm not gonna say that for myself, but I'm saying
grandmother of this child.
Excuse me, no, but I'm still like you still got a good some years ahead of you where you still gonna be an adult. You still may be, you have some grandkids, and as long as you
but you will be the grandmother age of that child. 47, your kid is 10.
Yeah, but so what? You still, as long as you have a good family, good generation.
Yeah, have that. I don't know if she has this.
You have good grandparents, good cousins.
You're 47. She's
47. But as long as I have good family around me, a good support system, I would do it.
If you have it. I don't know her situation. But it's always age. Even when I look back like, damn, I should have my kids younger. I'm in 45. I would not think of it. And I already have kids. Now, if I didn't have any kids, fine. I want to live my best life as 47. Bozo, she has a lot.
Yeah, but a lot of times she has a kid already. But let's say if it was like somebody like Kenya and you didn't have kids, you already lived your best life. You already been.
Kenya is different. Someone who doesn't have kids, I would be understanding. I'll be more understanding because you don't have kids. That is something you want a kid.
Yeah, I don't understand that people
go to college.
Yeah, I don't understand people that have kids and it's dying to have kids at that late age. Like that means you're starting all over. Like I can get it if you first starting and you don't have kids, but you're starting all over and after already raising a whole adult. So it's like I wouldn't when my cousin is into that too and want to have like a baby after she done raised a kid. And I'm like, that's so weird to me.
I don't get it. I can't wait for my kids to get older. I'm just saying for her, if she didn't have any kids, then I'm like, you know what, I get it. You have a kid who's off to college. This year, you want to enjoy your relationship with this man. No kids, travel. Now you're on a TV show where you could monetize and promote your business. Who the hell wants to be running around? I mean, she has the money. She'll get nannies. She'll get help.
Yeah. And like I said, I think if you got a good support system, you got, other cousins or like, cousins that had kids and stuff like that. A lot of times, like my cousin is 50 some years old. He got like toddlers running around. So I just think, like, say if I was to have a baby now, I know like they gotta have a whole bunch of cousins their age. Like
I could, and the only reason I'm saying I couldn't do it because I already have kids. Maybe if I didn't have kids, I'll feel different. But I know my age now.
Yeah.
A 15-year-old and a 15-year-old. I'm not trying to have no kids. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
live my life. So Kayla said Kenny had a daughter at 50 and 51, didn't she? Correct, but she didn't have any kids before. Mind you, those kids are not even going to be close. There's a huge age gap. Your daughter is going to be old enough to be your kid's mother.
And Kenya froze her eggs. Like she didn't just have it. Like she had her eggs in the freezer from when she was in her 30s.
How close is your daughter, who's whatever her age is, going to be close to that child? So that child's gonna be basically feel like an only child.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The kid's gonna be living her daughter, Bose's daughter's gonna be living her best life. She's not gonna be around to babysit. Like she's going to be like somewhere college, whatever. So Bose is probably gonna have to hire some help.
Exactly. These are people who got money who's talking. I'm talking about me. I would not be able to do it. I would not be able to do it. But and then you're with somebody who you haven't known that long. He could be a great dad, but you know what? He ain't gonna be with you. Candy Boris did it too. So Candy, correct, she did it too, but she also said the reason she did it was because she wanted a companion for her youngest child. And Candy also did it because she was married and wanted a kid with Todd.
Yeah.
This chick ain't married with this man.
Yeah, she just met him. I think it's been less than a year. But like I said, to me, I just think she wants the sperm. Like she wants to have a baby more so. And that would scare me if I was the boyfriend. Like I know you're getting older, but men could have kids at any age. So to me, that would make me slow my roll. Like, am I being picked to be a sperm donor? Like, so I would have to like probably go somewhere with that. Like, I think I would have to put her on the back burner, but he seemed to be moving forward because she said the other day, like he finally told her that he loves her. So, and they tell each other all the time around the house. They wake up all day saying, I love you. So they must be going good.
I don't have a problem with women having children at an older age. The issue with her, and this is her, not everybody else. You already have a kid. You have been with this man long enough to know if he's willing to be sustain and be in this child's life and your life. He might be he's great. He might be in the kid's life. He ain't gonna be in your life. Now you again raising a single mother.
Exactly.
You haven't been with, and again, you know what? It doesn't even matter because I knew my both exes for a while and I had a kid and it didn't work out anyway. So you never know with these men. But the fact is that if he's not the one gunning for this and you are more to me, and again, we're going by what we see on TV, she seems more adamant about having a child than he does. And I'm just going by what I see on TV.
Well, that's because her biological clock, though, or wherever the egg might be, like she needs to get them eggs. Like like you said, she don't want to be. She want to do it probably before she's 50, which she should. Like, who knows? She might not be able to carry the baby. Like, she at least want to be able to carry the baby. So I get why she does. Like, even though, like you said, why would she want to? But she does. She wants to have another baby, although she has one already. So I can see her urgency more so than him. A man can have a baby at 90. So I get why she's
because she also said, "Oh well, his timeline is not my timeline." But again, if this man is very concerned and wants you to have a baby, he should know your biological clock, and he should be on the same page. Like, oh, she wants a baby, I need to have a baby with her too. But anyway, that's how I feel. One thing about Bose, I definitely like her friendship with Dorit. I think it's genuine.
yes.
I looked on Instagram. You saw them when Bose was on a show. I think the Tamron Hall show. Dorit was there. I don't feel like it's a relationship for TV.
Yeah.
However, and Bose I think has been in many spaces, like white friends, Black, Hispanic. I saw in her birthday party but I'm wondering, give me your opinion on this with Dorit. Because Dorit don't look like she got Black friends. That's just my opinion. If you look on Instagram, you hardly see Black people there. Is she fascinated with? I don't fully trust Dorit with that. Exactly. There, I'm gonna go Jella. Is she fascinated with the Blackness more than the friendship? Or also, is this friendship more so because, oh, I look like a cow with Garcelle. Let me know now. Let me show now how much I'm accepting a black woman. Is it more because she looks at, if you look at some of the scenes or Bose, she looked at Bose with amazement, admiration, like, oh my God, I've never seen anything like this in my life. Most people have not seen a woman like Bose. I get disrespectful she is towards exactly. Garcelle.
How is Dorit disrespectful? The way Garcelle treats Dorit?
I don't like the word she used. Oh, you're attacking me. But what I'm saying is,
I get that part, but come on, she apologized. Like I said, Garcelle can get over somebody calling, saying to her son, "Get the F out of here." You could get over her apology. You could get over Dorit apologizing and saying sorry.
Garcelle, I could see Erica more in black spaces. I could see Erica hanging out.
Yeah.
Seeing with white person. I don't see Dorit in black spaces. I don't see Dorit hanging on black people. I don't see Dorit having black friends. I can't remember now, but
I get that, yeah, but there's a time where you can, like, you know, really, that don't mean because you haven't seen her, that's not a time for her to, like, really, you know, befriend somebody eventually. Like, maybe she hasn't, and maybe she's learning as she's, you know, they integrating this show with other, you know, it's multicultural now.
I agree, but the way she has gravitated so much to the Bose, and Bose is 10 toes down for Dorit, which I appreciate. I'm wondering if the friendship is genuine or is because, oh my God, I finally found a black person I could really get into. Okay, so
I don't think so.
I don't know. This has happened to me. I met a white woman, and we started building a friendship, but her friendship to me was more because I'm black. Like, oh my God, I finally have a black person. I could find out their world. How do black people think? Oh, this, that, makeup, my blackness.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
More of what intrigued her of our friendship than, oh, getting to know Farrah. I'm not saying that is what it is with Dorit, but there are moments I question that. Like, oh, I question it sometimes. In the beginning I did, because she was just goo gaga, like, oh my God, look at your fashion. She was just in awe of Bose in the beginning. Maybe later on she started liking her, but I'm just wondering, like Jella said, is it because you genuinely, and again, Bose has her back a lot?
That's what I'm saying. I think it has a lot to do with that more so than anything else, because I feel that, like they always said, Dorit is known for just rambling on and on and on. And to have somebody, when you are rambling and you are a rambler, like to have somebody that actually listens to you, give you advice, not tell you to shut up because you're talking too much, like they all tell her. She sometimes can get long-winded. So to me, Bose just seemed like so cool, where she's going to listen to all of your problems. And I just feel like, I think Dorit is benefiting more from that relationship, not because Bose is black, but I feel like Bose is probably just listening to all her problems every day, where Dorit probably isn't really giving back to her. And I find myself like that in a lot of situations too, where it's like you constantly listening to everybody else's problems, and it's like they kind of gravitate toward you because nobody else will be that listening, and no one else is going to bounce ideas off of you when you call me with your problems, or no one's going to be like me and actually sit there and over analyze your situation and then give you advice about it. And I think Dorit loves that about Bose. Like, she loves that Bose is her listening ear. And I feel like she's kind of like, I think she gets more from that friendship than Bose probably get. She's probably, you know, Bose is pouring into her, but is Dorit pouring into Bose? I doubt it. I doubt it.
And Bose, remember, she's a problem solver.
Exactly.
In corporate position, she solves problems
head on. Dorit is benefiting from this friendship more so.
And she went through a divorce and stuff. She's very smart. She probably has connections. What I do like about Bose, she's honest. When Dorit is playing the dumb role about her and PKO, he called me, he's being nice. She's like, oh, girl, like, you need to be careful.
Yeah, wake up, girl.
So I really like her friendship. I feel like she's straightforward. I love that she stands up for Dorit. I never liked Dorit, but this season I do. I like that she stands up for Dorit because nobody else is standing up for her. I like the fact that she stood up to Kyle. We're gonna get back. We're gonna talk about the text messages. And I like that she's not scared of anybody. And the women are intimidated by Bose. I don't care what
Yeah.
anybody says. They're intimidated. She's strong. She's outspoken. They're not gonna come for her like they did for Garcelle.
But I
I'm
do
not
feel
very
like
much Erica would say anything to Bose's daughter.
yeah, they not. And I do feel like you said, like you think like Dorita is like amazed by how like, oh my God, look at all your fashions. But I do feel like because Bowles is so genuine and such that listening ear, the therapist, her diary, her everything, I do feel like Dorit really does appreciate that and she doesn't take it for granted. So when she opens up the door, it's like, oh my God, I love like it's like I love you. Like she doesn't say it like that, but it's almost like she's going to show it other ways, just probably OD with it and be like, oh my God, look at your hair, look at your shoes, look at your outfit, look at your aura. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. Like she does OD with it because I do think she genuinely appreciates Bowles.
Yeah, I
Friendship.
wonder when Bose can get tired of her because after a while, a type of friendship like that becomes draining.
I know. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel too. Like she might not be answering the phone a lot of times afterwards. Like it's like, come on, like sometimes it becomes, like you said, draining.
So let's see. So last but definitely not least, let's get into Kyle. I don't like Kyle. I never liked her, and I damn sure don't like her this season.
Oh, this season like is top. Like beside the whole Garcelle situation, laughing, Garcelle's son getting cursed out. I never liked it since that episode, but now I kind of really don't like her because she's playing too dumb.
I've never liked Kyle from season 1. There's something about her that comes very, very sneaky and phony. This season, I like her even least. She went into the episode about Maurice and the divorce, which is very awkward to me. You're getting under the divorce. The man's living in another house, but you're hanging out with him. You're gonna go shooting range. But I guess it's because of the friendship they've had in the past.
I don't think it's a friendship. She's still in love with Maurice. She does not want that marriage to be over. I think he's living his best life, Mauricio, and he wants that marriage to be over ASAP. Or he's not ASAP, but he wants to live his best life, and he know he can't do that with Kyle. So I do feel like Kyle is definitely, she still wants to be married. Do you see how miserable she was the last episode when she was with Sutton and Garcelle? And she was like kind of like, in a way, like I just don't even want to go home to an empty house. I'm kind of like on the verge of asking them, let's extend this trip with the mother of all people. You're not even on a vacation in the Caribbean. You actually want to extend the vacation with Sutton's mother.
So the thing that I also don't like, we never know. We still don't know what the root cause of the divorce was.
Mauricio's cheated, please.
I mean, she never said it, but we all know that.
I know that's what's going down.
Point, she doesn't want to divorce him.
I think she's been dealing with his cheating. She just kept it undercover. Like I just feel like she's been dealing with a lot of his cheating ways throughout. Like I feel like she's protected him. Like how, not so much how Robin, because that was just disrespectful the way in Potomac, how Robin and her husband, how he was just cheating. But I feel like with Mauricio, he was cheating. I feel he was cheating and she was protecting him. And then it got to a point where it's like, I can't do this no more. So she started kind of like just wanting to stand like strong. And now she don't want to stand strong anymore. She want to give it another chance.
I think that's what happened. I think in the beginning, she was like, Mauricio, it's over. He started living his best life and loving it.
Absolutely.
She doesn't love it. And Paul's like, oh, let's work it out. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm living the best life. I think that's what happened. But again, we never know. So Stella said Mauricio also in legal trouble. I used to think they were getting a divorce to protect Kyle from his misdeeds. Oh, I didn't know he was in legal trouble.
Probably, but I don't think Kyle would still stand with him even through bankruptcies and stuff. I just don't believe. Like, I think it was like she gave him an ultimatum, and I think he was not willing to accept the ultimatum. To me, that's how I think. I think like something went down with him, and she is not going to say it. She's going to protect him, like how Robin protected her man, Juan. She is not going to let the cat out the bag and let people know that he cheated. I'm because she's never going to say it. She's protecting him, and I still think she wants to give it another chance. And she wants him to fight for their marriage, and he is not fighting. He's okay with eating Campbell's soup and tuna fish. So he is not trying to go back. He's okay with that, living a bachelor life.
Yeah, I think he for the marriage you, and it was just weird when she was in the shooting range and crying, and he just hugged her. And I'm like,
and it was like a hug, like a little like
get over it.
Be all right.
Get over it. Yeah, get over it. So that was kind of weird. So
a sympathy, pathetic hug he gave her.
And let's get to the juicy stuff. The texts.
Mm-hmm.
Her and texting. She's trying to save face too. I agree. I mean, most women do. It's embarrassing knowing that your husband. And then she has daughters. Maybe she don't want her kids to know her dad was a cheater. Their dad.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what do you feel about the whole text thing?
Kyle is so dead wrong. I would rip her a new one, but Doreen is doing a good job. Like, but and the other ladies.
What the other Bose?
Bose is doing a good job too. And like she's not with that. Like I would be like what Bose is saying, like, come on now. Like that is in no way appropriate. And when we get in a divorce, like it doesn't matter. I don't care how cool you was with my husband beforehand. You're not gonna be cool with him now, especially the way he's acting. No way. And he asked for the divorce, not even me. And even if I did ask for the divorce, there's a reason why I did. There's no more communication with my husband.
Correct. So Mauricio and Dorit were cool, but I don't think they had communication. And it doesn't seem like Dorit deals with most. If I'm your friend and I'm getting a divorce, regardless if it's a bad term, good terms, my ex should be deleted from your phone.
Yeah.
There should be no we send memes, we do this. There should not be any of that going on during my divorce. And again, they all call it a lie. They all called Kyle lying.
Yeah.
We only send memes, but then she sent them all. I don't tell nobody. Now, do you think something's going on between them, or
no?
I don't.
I just think it's inappropriate, and it's a violation of girl code. Like I absolutely don't think there's no romantic feelings. I don't know about from PK side, men could be a little thirsty and just don't give a damn. So who knows? He might be lusting behind the scenes and okay with like she's, Kyle is a good looking woman. So who knows what his intentions are? I don't think he's gonna act on it. But I know Kyle there's no funny business. I don't believe that PK is even acting on, being a thirst bucket man. I don't think so. But I do feel it's still inappropriate. And it's so funny because my friend always says, she always think like I might be overly jealous or something like that with my man or anybody I'm with when it comes to my friends. Because I always say, and she's like, oh, you must don't trust your friends. My girlfriend always says that to me. And I'm like, it's not even that. It's just like with the situation with Kyle and Dorit. And that's why the way it is right now, there's boundaries. Like you can text my man, you can text my husband. If like, say if I go missing and you don't hear from me, fine. If you got his number, text my husband, see if I'm okay. But all that, like, even I don't care how cool me and my husband, we in a great relationship now. You don't need to be texting him memes while we marry. You don't need to be, hey, how you doing? How's Elisa doing? No, you text me. Don't text my husband. And that's what my girlfriend always says. You must don't trust your friends. No, but when things like this, I look toward what could possibly happen. And you know what? I want my friends to be out of the line of fire. Like, I don't want to have to be thinking, was it my friend acting inappropriate or was it my husband acting inappropriate? No, I want my friends out of the line of fire so I can do a direct shot and let my husband know what time it is. Why are you coming on to my friend? Like, but then when it starts building up, you texting him, the lines start getting blurred, boundaries start getting crossed. And then this is what happens. We're getting a divorce and you still in communication, sending memes and thinking everything is cute with my husband. That's so inappropriate.
Exactly. If I'm married or I have a boyfriend, he's not your friend.
Exactly.
My man is not friends with my friends.
Yeah.
And I'm not friends with his friends. He's my boyfriend. That's it. If something happened to me, find out another way. Find out from my friend.
No, if something happened and I got his number, I'm calling. No, at that point, if you go missing, I'm going to call your man and find out what the hell. I'm going to DM him or something.
Give them the number. How do they even get it in the first place? You would have to give them the number of your man.
I know, but that's happened to me. Like I have a couple of my friends' man's number. Like a lot of times, like I forgot why I ended up with some of their numbers, but it's kind of, like say if they throwing a surprise party or you want me to organize it or something like that, or we might be having a business venture together or something like that. There might be reasons. And then if you go missing, of course I'm still going to use that number. I'm still going to keep it in my phone in case of emergency. But am I going to be texting like, hey, how's it going today? Like, I hope you're feeling like, no, don't text my man unless it's an emergency.
The only person I know that have my boyfriend's number is my best friend. No one
Mm-hmm.
else needs to have it. One person that's good enough. There's
Yeah.
not that I don't trust him. I don't trust them. I don't even have that many friends. But to me, there's no need. I don't even need your boyfriend's number on my phone. For what? If God forbid something happens to you, I can't find you. I could be. Is he on Instagram? Okay. If something would happen, I'll send him a DM.
Yeah.
I don't need him on my phone. I don't need to accidentally button dial him. I don't know what kind of man that you could possibly have who decides to send me. I don't need it.
And that's what I'm saying. And I just think there has to be lines set. Like even now you got each other's number, you send each other cute little memes, then we around each other. Like people used to say that from way back in the seasons, how it was kind of looking a little too funny, like with their relationship. It was too chummy. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want stuff like that going on where I gotta side eye you. I don't want my man where I gotta side eye him. I don't want to side eye my friends. I don't want these lines getting blurred because there's gonna be a problem that's going to surface like it is now with them. It shouldn't have been like that. It should that should have been taken care of. That should have just never happened. They should have never been texting each other in the beginning. Because if we're friends, there's no reason why you need to be reaching out to my husband.
Correct. And Jill said, and this is not new news for a woman of Kyle's age. She knew better. I think she wanted to hurt Dory by letting it out that I agree. I think that was some of her revenge. Kind of like, oh yeah, I'm still texting her. Why? Well, there's no memes. You know how many memes there are on Instagram? You can find your own. I think she purposely it was a dig at Dorit. And
I think it was a dig at her and to
And it was a nasty divorce. Now if it's everyone agreed it's a divorce. I'm okay. We're still best friends. I want to leave him. He wants to leave me. And everyone's still cool. But the man is being a jerk. Dorit is saying all this negative stuff. And you're accepting the means. I would have been blocked them. Or like Dorit, or I would have said, PK, right now the divorce is not appropriate for us to send memes to each other.
And I would have told Dorit about it. That's the part that's missing too. And you're not even telling me, you telling other people about it. Like, so to me, I would have not only deleted him, but I would have said, so-and-so reached out to me or whatever. And then I would have said, like, and I still think like and another thing I can see too, like I can see if you did have his number and she was trying to mend their relationship and try to make things better, but you're not even doing that. You sending funny memes when I'm here crying my eyes out that he served me with divorce papers. Like you're not even trying to help me like be a mediator with my husband and myself. Like you actually thinking like all this is like funny.
Funny memes when you're laughing.
Yeah, but I'm going through trauma and turmoil because he done left me with 2 kids, don't even hardly see them or nothing. So come on now, like he's in England, London, wherever. So it's like you really texting funny memes while I'm like crying my eyes out over here.
And the other thing that I would be curious about, what are the memes? Some of the memes could be sexual content, not specifically to Garcelle. She had funny memes. What memes have you seen on Instagram or wherever you thought, oh, let me send it to Kyle?
Yeah.
If you're sending memes to Kyle, are you sending me those same memes? Why isn't there a group chat of memes?
Yeah.
Why isn't there me, Mauricio, and Kyle, and we're sending memes to each other? Why do you feel you need to privately send memes to Kyle, laughing emojis, because when he sends them, she got to make a comment, and you send it to me, and what is making Kyle think, oh, let me send this to Mauricio? I mean, not Mauricio, whatever, PK. I would want to see the memes.
Yeah. And then why is it after the memes, after that, that lie, and we found out that she's talking more than just memes, and then why are you even saying to him, whatever you told me will be kept in secrecy, or however she worded it and phrased it? Like that was definitely a violation. There's nothing you should, and I know she's not talking about production. She tried to make it seem, Kyle tried to make it seem like it was related to production, and I'm not going to talk about anything on camera that was discussed. Oh, please. Exactly. You're talking about, you're talking about stuff that, and come on, PK, and I love the way Dorit is not accepting any of Kyle's excuses, because Dorit is saying, like, come on. He used to talk to you about me when we was married, and he ain't talking about me now that we're going through a divorce. Stop playing. Like, come on now.
And that's the issue right there. If I'm married to someone, my friend's husband should not be talking about me to my friend. So that again is Dorit. She did not set the boundaries right then.
Yeah.
Like, hold on already. How did she know? Did Kyle come back and said, "Oh, PK said this," or did PK say, "Oh, I said this to Kyle"? You did not set the boundaries. Like, wait, hold on a minute. You're doing what?
I think if they weren't in communication, the only thing that I feel that Kyle could be doing as a friend is trying to be a mediator between them and maybe bring, like how the girls did on Married to Medicine when Cecil and Simone was getting ready to have a divorce and they all came together. I don't know if they was texting each other. I would have texted. I have done that before. I'm going to text. Like if my friend's crying, there's nothing else I can do. She crying her eyes out. I got his number in my phone. I'm going to let him know, like, come on, like, can you just call her? Like, see if she's okay. Like, check on her, check on your kids. Like, I'm gonna reach out in that way, and I'm gonna let her know once he calls or whatever. Because I'm gonna try to get. I have tried to get him to call, check on her and the kids. Like, come on, she crying out. I don't know what the hell to do in that point. Like, and I know the only thing that would make her feel better is if her man calls her. So that's how I would reach out to him. So I can see if Kyle was doing that. But you're talking about memes, really?
But that's another thing. If you were gonna reach out to my man, let me know. Like, look, things are getting bad. Do you want me to reach out to him and maybe I could talk to him? Maybe I could talk to Mauricio.
I don't know if I would do that. I didn't do that
because I might be mad. Like, why the hell you call me and told him I'm going through these tough times? Because not every time you want.
I don't know if I would even want you. I probably would. In that instance, I might not, because I really would want him to do it on his own, and I wouldn't want you to know like I made him do it. I want him to do it, and then if he don't do it, I got to tell you and be like, even make you feel even worse. Is that damn? He didn't even call, and that's what happened. He never even responded to me, never texted me back, didn't even call her, nothing, didn't even check on his kids, and I didn't want to tell her. I never told her that. I never told her like I tried to get him to call, and he never responded. Never worked out. He never called, and he never responded to me. So that's the end of it.
And the thing is, Dorit said he hasn't been texting her, but you're sending memes to Kyle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is so messy for Kyle, who initiated this messiness or who is like wallowing in this messiness. I don't like it. Kyle, and then she keeps making excuses for herself. But I am so loving Dorit this season because she's not sucking Kyle's butt like everybody else does. She's not standing for it. Kyle can run, cry, whatever. Dorit is not standing for it, and she's letting her know. Stop lying. Like, come on, stop.
Dorit and Bose are my favorite this season, and I like their duo. But with Kyle's situation, she's wrong. And the thing is, this man now is not hers. You don't know if he does have feelings for Kyle. I would be more curious. Bose sending my man memes and me. I want to see the memes.
And
I
then
would want to see them. And then you don't want to see on the phone.
Yeah. And then the part, and then like I say with my friends who always say, oh, you must be insecure because you don't trust your friends around you. You don't trust your friends to give them the number and all that. It's not even that. It's like the same thing in this scenario. Like, what if PK does start coming on to Kyle? And it may not be Kyle's doing, but she texted him. So you opened the door to this. It's almost like I said before, it's almost like I said to my friend, it's almost like if you open up the door naked to my husband, you might as well if you open up the door to texting and stuff. It's the same thing. You're inviting like these transgressions that could happen later. And if they do happen, I'm not going to just blame my husband. I'm going to blame you too, because it should have never got to this point where you texting memes, texting little funny things, being cute with each other. You opened up the door for him to start flirting and stuff like that. And now a man gonna be a man sometimes.
And it's something he feels he's not getting from my wife. Oh, she's not getting. Is Dorit getting those memes? Is Mauricio getting these memes?
No. I think who knows how PK is. PK just remind me of one of them like slimy type of dudes on the low. And I just don't think he's acting on it. Of course, I don't think he's going to go that far. And he know at the end of the day, Mauricio is his bestie. So I know he's not going to act on it because Mauricio is his bestie. And I don't think he's going to do that as far as like, I don't know if he's going to go that deep to hurt Dorit to do that. But, I
don't know. Man, you can't tell. I can't even
Exactly. I was going to say, that's what I was going to say. Exactly. Like, you never know with these slime bucket dudes.
He ain't the best looking man. He got his teeth fixed. He's not Dorit. He might slide one or two inappropriate memes. There's so many
Yeah.
things out there. Are their sense of humor so different than their mates that I mean Mauricio probably didn't care he was getting mean that he was sending Kyle memes because he was cheating, but I would damn sure care if my friend's boy husband is sending my friend memes.
Kyle is, I mean, Mauricio's living his best life. He got young women, 20-year-olds, probably doing like swinging, menage a trois and stuff like that. He ain't thinking about PK texting Kyle because he know that ain't going nowhere. Like he does, I'm sure he knows Kyle is too much wanting to be back in a marriage with him. I just don't even think he even thinks Kyle would even Kyle would I don't think he thinks like he knows it's innocent with her and PK, but that's like, he's a man at the end of the day. And he knows Kyle's not gonna, cross that line with PK. But I think as far as the friendship with Dorit, Mauricio's not a part of that. Like that's between women to women, and he's not seeing how wrong that is as far as what Kyle is doing. So I just think Mauricio is living his best life. He don't give a damn.
If I had a man's number because of a friend, the first meme he sent me might be LOL. The second meme he sends me, I'm not responding.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I would block him.
I wouldn't respond because now, okay, you're doing too much.
Yeah.
You're doing too much. And maybe I'll tell my friend, oh, I got this meme from whatever his name, PK. Did you get it too?
Yeah.
Say anything. I would just leave it alone. Once you stop responding, he would
There's
stop.
no need to even mention it. Yeah.
You sending him memes. And then my whole thing is when I send memes to friends, I'm at that moment, I'm thinking of that friend. Oh, this is a meme Elisa were like, oh, this is a meme Venicia were like, you are thinking about her at that moment to send her those memes.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
Jill said the memes are a myth. Kyle told Garcelle PK was texting her, and she read a whole text chain at both. I agree at both party and didn't show a meme. I agree. There was more than the memes, and I don't think that's the first time he texted her. Non-related to memes. I think there was texts because my whole thing is if it's all about memes, why not just show Dorit your phone?
Yeah.
I would have been like, you know what? That's my friend. I don't want her to think there's any funny business. Here's my phone. Look at all the memes me and PK's been sending throughout the month.
Yeah.
She has
and I think, yeah. And at this point, I think, like, first of all, I think before the even text situation came about, I just feel like Kyle was just wrong. Like, even the way she was treating Dorit from the beginning, like, I just felt like Kyle was just trying to pull at grasp at anything to be mad at Dorit. But Dorit has every reason to be upset with Kyle. But I do feel like their relationship was already like falling apart before the texting. It just made it worse when Dorit found out about this texting situation. But I was still team Dorit even before the texting. But this made it worse for me. Now I'm really team Dorit in this situation. I'm not team Kyle at all.
Also, based on the texting, is PK could have been complaining about Dorit. Like, oh, she does this, and who knows?
Absolutely.
Kyle has agreed to the stuff. Like, yeah, she is that type of person. Oh, yeah, she does this to me. I think for me, they were both poorly speaking about Doreen via text. And this is why Kyle does not want to share the text message, but the last one.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a friend or anyone, forget the friend. I want people not to think there's something more than what's going on. I will show my whole damn phone. Here, look, go through the whole meme.
Yeah. But it's probably like that text that she read. She was forced. Kyle was forced to read that text about, oh, I won't tell anybody what we discussed. Because if it wasn't for them kind of like talking about it on the low, she would have never been forced to read that text. But it was that particular text that she was forced to read. But like you said, who knows what else lies beneath the surface.
We know it wasn't the first time because Kyle said to him something about never telling anyone what he said to before, and she won't now. Sounds like she was fishing for tea on Dorit. I agree.
Yeah, and she got tea. Not only was she fishing, she got the tea, and she just ain't revealing the tea. She ain't spilling the tea.
Not only that, was it only text messages?
Mm-hmm.
There could have been phone calls.
Yeah,
we're just saying text messages because that's all she got. He could have called like, "Look, I can't with Dorit." there's a whole bunch of crap. I would have looked both of them, him on the side eye, mostly her was side eyed, and I wouldn't know what. I wouldn't even think it's just memes. I would probably go somewhere. Well, maybe there's just more memes going on.
Yeah, and Kyle going to a divorce too. That makes it even worse. Okay, so who knows what intentions? Mm-hmm.
So that was it right now for this season. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, if it's gonna get any better. But right now, I think it's a pretty decent season going on. But again, it's more Dorit and Kyle and everything else. But continue. Anything else? Continue to like, subscribe, comment on it.
Yes, and please watch our other videos on the other franchises.
We have more to come. Stay tuned. Bye.
Toodles.